I've always been fascinated by people, who they are and what they do and how they deal with things. If you have a handful of people and have the same situation, they'll never deal with it all within the same way. They'll have their own little ways to go about it, and I find that very interesting because it tells you something about their character and about who they are as a person. It's the mystery of learning more about them, I think, trying to figure someone out, especially a personality. And then I just love when you come across these particular characters that you can't just pin down. They really stand out in the crowd, they're really proud that they're different, and I really admire people that are like that, really. I'm Brad Kenny. I'm a representational abstract artist, and I've been in my professional career now for over 2 years, and things have changed a lot. The work, I feel, has developed a lot since university. I feel like now, I'm not just trying to capture portrait, I'm trying to capture a more in-depth feel to a subject, to a figure, to understanding a person. I'm doing certain details in certain parts of a portrait and then obscuring the subject with paint. I'm purposely trying to abstract or obscure someone to give more curiosity to the viewer, wanting to find out more about someone. Maybe they could even connect to that. Daily life of an artist, it's exciting and it is difficult. It's not any quick walk in the park. Your art practice, if you really want it to go somewhere, it needs to be priority in your life. It needs to be your focus, your attention, and it needs your commitment. It needs your time. There are times when deadlines come out of nowhere and they're suddenly at your doorstep, and you just suddenly realise how much you can really push yourself. And when you're pushing yourself, you don't realise that the art has suddenly changed. It develops like an organism. It's not what it was before. The art is never the same again after that. You suddenly smash through this wall and you've developed another room, and it carries on doing that kind of thing. The actual climb to suddenly making it as an artist, the actual climb of being recognised, to be represented by a gallery, that's the exciting part, I find, because you really start to discover more about yourself. You discover what you're capable of, you discover how you can take on challenges, really, and how you develop as a person, let alone an artist. I've exhibited in a few galleries and a lot of exhibitions these last 2 years, and they've always been a bit of an adrenaline rush for me. For me, it's not always about whether the piece gets sold, it's all about who's looking at it, who's connecting with it, It's always like a self-pinching moment. You can't really believe that there's people talking about your work right there, with you standing behind them and not even realise you're within a couple of feet distance away from them. When someone, they like my work, or they've given me a comment that, in a positive way towards my work, I've always treasured that. It's one of the most important things I find when it comes to the artwork. It's one thing exhibiting somewhere and getting your work hung up, but actually getting someone to connect with the work, it's telling me that it is paying off, and that's why I do what I do. It's what I'm most thankful for, is that people connect with the work and people, recognise me in a way, because it is me trying to communicate through my paintings. I've had a lot of people my age come and talk to me and they just say, why are you an artist? It's not paying off right away. You're not getting recognised, you're not getting what you deserve for all the hard work and all the time you put into it, but it doesn't happen overnight. I've got an image in my head of what I want out of my career, and that's to be recognised. I one day would like people to know my name. I've always found it difficult to communicate with people and try and fit in, but then at the end of the day, I don't want to fit in. I want to stand out. I want people to connect with what I've got to say.